Stockpile Hobbies.
Welcome back to Stockpile Hobbies, everyone. Today we're going to be doing some customizations here. We're going to be painting this Camaro. We're going to do it in our team Stockpile Hobbies colors of black and gold. Plan on doing 2 stripes down the car coming down. So before we do that, we're going to take off some of the lettering here, the 5.0 liter, the 5 on the hood, the 5 on the door. Get this prepped up, get the glass out of it, and get this primered, and then we'll move on with that. And we're also going to be doing a resin-bodied Dodge Demon from Jim's Custom Rod Shop. We're going to remove the flash from the window areas here with our X-Acto knife. We're going to trim down the post and trim up the windshield. It looks like he already trimmed this one. It looks a lot better than the previous one I had. And then test fit it onto our Auto World 4-gear chassis here. Here it is. So I know already from doing my previous Demon / Hellcat that I did that the wheels got to be in the front slot, and they already are, which is good. And we're going to start trimming down the post here on the body and make sure we get the right ride height we want. So let's test fit this now. So without cutting that post, this is how it fits on your car. It's not good at all. So that's the reason why we're going to trim the post down on it. What I do is I got some Lexan shears here, and I'm just going to start trimming it down and just keep retest fitting it until I get to a height that I like. It's better to take off too little than to take off too much, because then there's no going back. There's some. So let's test fit that now. It's a little odd. This one, on mine, the front tires cleared pretty well. This one, they're just rubbing slightly. So I'm going to come in with the knife and just clear out a little more room on the front wheel well. My purple one took a lot of cleanup in the back area, and this one is pretty good to go. I might take a little off on the one side here. So before I trim the wheel wells, I'm going to take my X-Acto knife here, and I'm just going to trace the edge of the window to get this flash off everywhere. Just like that. It comes right off. So I'm going to do all 4 windows that way now. Alright, we got that cleaned up pretty nicely, and now we're going to test fit our windshield. Does need a little cleanup. So there is some flash on the windshield here. I got to clean that up with the razor. So the windshield fits pretty good. Looking like it's in place. We're going to paint that windshield black and we'll glue it down. So now I'm going to come in and I'm going to trim out a little bit of the front of the wheel wells here to make sure the front wheel's clear. Alright, so we got it rolling pretty good now in the front. It's not impeded at all on either side. Perfect. And I cleared out a little bit more room in the back. This one's ready to go. I forgot to mention, though, before you can paint these resin bodies, you do have to sand them. I have some 2000 grit sandpaper. I'm going to go over the whole car multiple times. You do want to wear a face mask when you're sanding resin. You don't want to breathe in any of the dust, especially if you're going to use a Dremel to sand it. So just be careful and happy sanding. Alright, I scuffed it up pretty good, so that should help the primer stick to it so the paint doesn't just fall off when you touch it. I'm going to get this primer now. We're going to use a white for that. And before we do that, though, we're going to prep the Camaro here. Let's pop off the body. And I'm going to get rid of this chassis. We'll get it in a 440 chassis when we go. Let's take off the windshield. This is going to be primered black, so the orange will be gone. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this with some nail polish remover on a Q-tip. We're going to take the numbers off because the numbers will show up through the paint. We'll take it off the hood, the roof, the doors, and get that all good to go. Alright, so as I said, we're just going to put some nail polish remover on a Q-tip. And then I just pull it on the body, just hold it there. And it will start wearing through, and that's going really quick. Nice. I thought I was really going to have to put a lot of effort into this. That's good. Nice. I'm going to do the same for the doors now. Right, we got the roof done, we got the doors done, and now I'm going to attack the blue, the white on the blue here. So I think the white is painted on top of the blue. I don't think it's outlined if it's anything like the other cars, but we'll see. Yep, it's on top of the blue. So I'm going to take all the blue off the hood just so it's even. Oh no, it's actually under it. Wow, that's weird. I've never seen it like that before. So I'm just going to keep at it until all that's gone. So now I'm going to hit it with some sandpaper, also 2000 grit. So I want to make sure the paint's going to stick because I'm going to be putting pinstripes over this. I'm going to paint it, pinstripe it, paint it, and then pull the pinstripes off to reveal the gold stripe. So I don't want any of that to peel off when I pull these pinstripes off, which is my biggest fear. All right, I got the car good and sanded. It's all set. I'm going to rub this car down and the other car down with some rubbing alcohol. Don't forget, if you have a resin car, to also sand down the windshield as well. That will help the paint stick to that as well. I also sanded down the orange Camaro window as well. First thing I do is spray paint the underside of the cars first, then flip them over and spray paint the top of the cars with the primer, and then leave them that way to do the painting. This way you're not flipping the cars back over to paint the bottom and putting your paint job back onto anything or touching and smearing. While we're waiting for the paint to dry is to trim up the spoiler on this Life Light car here. Half of it's broke off, half of it's still there. I got my Lexan shears, and I'm just going to see if I can clean this up here a little bit. Don't want Enzo to get cut on it. That's perfect. That 2000 grit sandpaper went right over it, and not a problem. Mint. Alright, so the yellow primer is on. Let that dry for 15-20 minutes. We'll apply color. The windows are done as well. Get some light on that. They look great. They're flat black. I'm going to hit them with a gloss clear coat, and those will be all done. So it's just after midnight. I just hit the gold with the clear coat. We also hit the windows and the Demon with the clear coat as well. I'm going to let this dry for at least 16 hours. We got the yellow onto the Demon. Looks really good. Came out really nice. So now I'm going to mask off just the scoop. I'm going to leave the hood yellow, but the scoop part is going to be black to kind of mimic that 392 look. So I'm going to use a little bit of tape here around the edge, and that much of it's going to be on the car. The rest is going to be under the white paper I have here. And another ridiculous masking job by me, but should be good to go. We're going to hit it with the flat black primer now. So my idea is to use the fat pinstripe I have here to mask off the car for the gold. So to go just down like that, down the front of it as well, and then also down the back bumper as well. And then I'd have to cut out the light part of it. And then paint the whole car black, and then pull off the pinstripe and have the gold underneath it. So there would be one on this side of the car, and there'd be a matching one on the opposite side of the car to have two pinstripes, so to say. My fear is when I go to pull this stuff off, it's going to pull the gold off with it. But I'm going to give it a shot anyway, so here we go. Alright, so I got one of the stripes on the car, and I can tell already that this probably isn't going to work, because as I tried to realign it, I did see some of the paint come off. So I think worst case, if this doesn't work, I will just buy gold pinstripes and do it this way anyways. But I'm going to still give this a shot. So now I'm going to add the second stripe to it. And nope, it did not work. It peeled off the paint as I tried to remove the sticker. I could see it coming off. It's already ruined, I can tell already. So I'm going to have to sand down some of the areas and go with I guess the actual sticker route to order some pinstripes for it. Yeah, so that turned into a complete disaster. It peeled off the yellow paint when I went to take the masking off, and then it just went to hell from there, and I started resanding the whole car down again. Yeah, can't say that I'm happier at this moment, so gonna keep on sanding it. Gotta sand that hood really good so that the tape doesn't peel off that paint, just like with the pinstripe. Uh-oh, I think Kit's in trouble. I'll just see what's going on with Kit over here. So we're going to end this video on a cliffhanger. We'll see how this Demon comes out with the second paint job, and how the Camaro comes out once I get some gold pinstripes. More to come, everyone. Please subscribe to the channel. Please give a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching me fail at customizing. And keep having fun, everyone. I know I am. Sanded it so much that I just noticed that the ground effect has broke. The front spoiler, lovely. So angry right now, so mad. Well, I guess I'll cut that off, and I'm gonna have to repurpose this body to something else besides what it was gonna be. I don't know what to do here. I'm gonna go regroup.